Frank, self-proclaimed father of the century, recently tried to reach out to his daughter Shawna through Skype. Let's just say it didn't go well. This resulted in Frank going on YouTube and doing an hour-long live stream, ranting about what a horrible daughter Shawna is and how wonderful of a father he is. His tirade took a bizarre turn even by his standards. In one breath, he would boast about his stellar parenting, and in the next, he predicted Shawna would soon end her own life, completely oblivious to the disturbing irony of his own statements. Here's Frank's version of his attempt to reach out to his daughter through Skype. Keep in mind, this is the Frank version. In other words, this telling certainly attempts to paint himself as the well-meaning, reasonable guy and the other party as crazy and delusional.
I was there for my daughter anytime she wanted me to be there, even today. Even today. I made efforts recently to try to call her, and I did a Skype call even this morning, and her boyfriend, or shall I call him her fiancé, father of her new child, got on the phone, and he sounded like a complete asshole. I said, oh shit, not another one. He even had an accent. It almost sound like, I don't know, Southerner or something. I don't know. He sounded like a fucking loser, okay? Telling me, oh, you're a bad parent. I said, no, I'm not. I think I was a great parent. I said, why are you in such an aggravated mood today, sir? You don't sound like you're very, very happy. I just played it out. Didn't talk to him long. Saying, you're a bad father. Why, my daughter said I was a bad father? Oh, because she didn't get her way with me?
Now, it is highly, highly unusual for someone who has truly been a good parent to find themselves completely cut off from their child for life. The fact that Shawna has adopted a strict, absolute no-contact policy when it comes to Frank and won't even allow him anywhere near his own grandchildren speaks volumes about the quality of their relationship. Typically, such drastic measures are taken when the child feels deeply hurt, betrayed, or unsafe due to the parent's behavior. This severance indicates profound issues within the parent-child dynamic, suggesting that Frank's claims of being a great parent most likely do not at all align with Shawna's experiences and feelings. Shawna is not here to speak for herself, but if she were, we would absolutely hear a very different story. Now, not all of what Frank says regarding his portrayal of Shawna is bullshit. One accurate point that Frank mentions is that Shawna has indeed made a series of poor choices when it comes to life partners. Psychologically, children form their initial understanding of relationships through their interactions with their parents. If these interactions are unhealthy, they often struggle to form stable, healthy relationships in adulthood. Shawna's series of poor choices in partners, including her first partner, Michael Swager, who is now in jail for the possession of child pornography, can be seen as a reflection of her tumultuous upbringing. People often unconsciously seek out partners who remind them of their parents, even if those parental traits are negative. This phenomenon, known as repetition compulsion, suggests that Shawna may be drawn to partners who mirror the dysfunction she experienced in her relationship with Frank. Considering Michael Swager's criminal behavior relating to pedophilia, it's plausible that Shawna's relationship with him was influenced by unresolved psychological needs and patterns established during her childhood. If Frank exhibited traits such as neglect, emotional unavailability, or even more severe forms of psychological abuse, Shawna might have sought out partners who perpetuated this familiar dynamic. Unfortunately, this often leads to a cycle of poor choices and negative outcomes, as seen with her subsequent partners being alcoholics, drug users, and individuals with similar destructive tendencies. This cycle is further compounded by Shawna's issues with anxiety and depression, which are commonly linked to early adverse experiences. These mental health challenges can impair judgment, making it difficult for her to make sound decisions regarding relationships. The stress and trauma from her past likely drive her to seek out familiar, albeit unhealthy, relationship patterns in an attempt to resolve unresolved emotional conflicts. While Frank unconvincingly attempts to portray himself as a good parent, Shawna's complete estrangement, troubled relationship history, and mental health struggles that mirror some of her father's suggest otherwise. Her pattern of choosing harmful partners, starting with Michael Swager, underscores the deep psychological scars left by her upbringing. It highlights the critical role that early family dynamics play in shaping future relationships and mental health. So Frank, if you hope to reach out to Shawna with any chance of successfully rekindling a relationship, publicly bashing her exhaustively on live streams, refusing to accept any accountability, and portraying yourself as perfect while labeling her as someone who mysteriously became troubled for no apparent reason, probably isn't the best way to start. Just saying. Just saying. Besides, Shawna's made it clear many moons ago that she wants absolutely nothing to do with you. While you won't like to hear it, she does keep in touch with her mother, Lisa. It's only you she wants nothing to do with. So let's face it, it's probably best to accept reality and move on, because really, any attempts to pry your way into her life, only to prey on her with continued psychological abuse, would just amount to stalking at this point. And Lord knows we all know someone who already has more than enough restraining orders against him, don't we? It's best to just back off and let her live her life. Stop being a creep. Back off.